Yeah, this is, I'm making this video to upload it on the 9th of October. I did turn the video, the flying I did on the 8th of October. I chose this day because of the wonderful weather and the low wind. It was very cold. We had up there on the mountain, it was -2, -3. But well, I only flew for 10 minutes. I had ice cold hands afterwards, but it was okay. Now I show you this because something happened about one of the outbursts of the hurricane season. One of those hurricanes brought in this region for 2 days torrential rain. It was coming down, you wouldn't believe it. Alone me from here, I should have videotaped that. It turned my road coming down from that little main road up there into, I wouldn't call it a raging river, but to a well-flowing little river. And that 2 or 3 times in those 2 days. So water came down incredible. And you will see in St-Valerien, on the coming out of the village, going towards Saint-Eugène-de-la-Trière, there is a gulch where the river of Big comes through. And, well, part of the river of Big, it builds the river of Big a bit later on with 2, 3 other rivers. But this is part of it, and it must have been so filled up, so violently filled up, and maybe over the years the base of the bridge was already compromised a little bit by nature. Something happened to the bridge itself. What I'm telling you now is a story I heard, but it's a second, third-hand story. You know how those things get embellished, but I tell you the story anyway because it's a nice one. Apparently a couple was traveling from the direction, well, from whatever direction. They realized something doesn't look right on the bridge. They noticed the sides of the road were a bit weird. I assume maybe even the bridge looked damaged or whatever they noticed. They were suspicious and they called somebody. Thank God they called the right person. We immediately, probably from the village, somebody. This person contacted immediately the Sûreté de Québec, which is the Quebec police force, which reacted quickly and closed down immediately both entrances to this little hill there. Thank God. This thus further preventing any real tragic incidents from happening, because this was probably bad enough to could have caused harm, human harm, cost some lives, or get really a bad situation. Thank God that was prevented. All this, the country will be stuck with this hell of a cost, because this, I was surprised to see this whole chunk of the bridge missing. I assume right now they're working on actually taking down the rest of the bridge, simply because you could not rebuild something if you don't have any confidence in its integrity structure anymore. So if there is, this bridge would be rebuilt, like I said, it would have to be rebuilt from scratch. I would believe so. I mean, here I'm talking and I don't know how to put a nail in a wall, so that I don't know. But I had the chance of flying over this, and I must say, since I was near the village, I actually had Marielle call the village office first to get permission if I can take a turn there. The village office gave us the contact number of the company in charge of the project, and this is out of town, it's a big company, and Marielle called there, and the person in charge said they would contact the people who are in charge on place for the project, and they would inform them that we'd be flying a drone there, and it is okay. So I did get permission, just in case people wondering, hey, why is he flying over there? As you can see, I'm trying to stay away from anybody under me. I'm staying within what I understand the laws, the interim laws of Canada given at this moment. Thank God it has turned out the way it is. I assume for the time being the way around it, this road has been quite a major road from 2, 3 villages. So the trip is going to take a bit longer now. The extra way around this is you have a choice of 2 roads. It's at least 4 or 5 kilometers each. So going with the school bus will be a little bit longer trip from now on. Well, it was a pleasure bringing you this visual because it's certainly different from this angle. Thank you for listening and I hope you liked it.